سلااو لا بیسەر و بینەری کوردستان تیڤی لە هەر شوێکن. پەنجەرەی دیدا بە خۆشحاڵیەوە لەگەڵ بەڕێز پەلادینۆ قونسوڵی گشتی ئەمریکا لە هەرێمی کوردستان دەکەینەوە کە لە 2021دا دەست بەکار بۆ لێرە لە ڕێگای پرسیاری بەشێک لە قوتابیانی قوتابخانەی قەدەمخێری دواناوەندی لە هەولێری پایتەخت دەگەینەوە پەنجەرەی دیدا بە خۆشحاڵیەوە ئەمڕۆی دەکەینەوە دەبێتە کۆتا بەرنامەش ئەمڕۆ لە سودەکانی کورسان تیڤی لا هەولێری پایتەخت زۆر بەخێر بێن هەموو لایەک. Welcome everyone. Thank you to join me today. Mr. Pladino, I am very glad to welcome to you to Kurdistan TV for this interview first. So tell me, how do you enjoy being in Erbil and in Kurdistan?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for inviting me onto Panjaray, Dida.
It's my pleasure.
A pleasure to be here on Kurdistan TV, and I'm just really excited to meet the students, and this is going to be a fun program for me. So thank you so much for the invitation.
Thank you again. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for your time also.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so let's start with the kids question.
Quiz questions already. Good. All right. Let's hear it, please.
So, hi, my name is Aya. So, my question is, how many types of visas are available for Kurdish people to go to America?
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of different types of visas that are available, and we want the people from the Kurdistan region to go to the United States as well. We had this pandemic, you may have heard about it, right? The pandemic slowed down a lot of countries' abilities to let people cross borders, and that definitely made things a lot more difficult. However, we're improving. More people are being vaccinated now. Our rules are changing a little bit, and we're opening things back up again. So right now, we are doing student interviews at the consulate. So for students that want to study in the United States, that's completely possible right now. And that's an improvement, because we had to stop that for a while. And if you've got business you need to do in the United States, of course, that's possible as well. And so these are important things that the consulate does for the people in the Kurdistan region. And we've got a lot of Americans that live here that are Kurdish Americans, right? And they can go back and forth. And so guess how many Kurdish Americans live in the Kurdistan region? 26,000 we estimate. And so we've got a lot, and we have to help them with things like if they have a baby, we do a special birth certificate for them because they're American citizens as well, right? And if they need a new passport, we help them with that too. So these are the kinds of things that we're doing at the consulate. But we're excited that visas are being issued again. It's important.
I have a small comment, if I can. It is with vaccinate, can the people apply for or without also okay?
Actually, we have a new rule in the United States. You have to be vaccinated to go to the United States unless you get a special exception. And so I would say as a general rule to go, you have to get vaccinated, absolutely. And so I've been vaccinated, and I hope everyone will get vaccinated as well.
Okay, thank you. The next question, please.
Hi, my name is Raj, and my question is, how is your support for Peshmerga? And as you still know, ISIS is still a threat on Kurdistan region.
Right. Raj, that is an excellent question you ask, and it's timely because we've been all watching the news of the past week, and we've seen some sad occurrences, and we've seen that threat from ISIS has not ended, has it? We've seen attacks on brave Peshmerga, and we've seen even attacks on innocent village people too. And so, at this, the United States has offered its condolences to these victims and their families, and we remain committed to helping the Kurdistan region ensure that the enduring defeat of ISIS. It's a huge threat, and we work very closely with the Peshmerga at the consulate to support them. Since last year, we've given $250 million in material and armaments and vehicles and all kinds of different support to help make them stronger, and we're proud of this partnership that we have with them, and we're going to continue. We we have like $75 million currently lined up to support various efforts to strengthen the Peshmerga, and we're quite confident that the Peshmerga right now are the strongest that they have been, and we're helping them to be even stronger as we go forward. So to answer your question, we are committed to working closely to support the brave Peshmerga and make sure that they can continue to protect the people of this region and everyone.
Thank you. The next question,
Good question,
please.
Raj.
Yana.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Yara, and I just want to ask something, like, that's totally your opinion. And I want to know, what do you think are the points of having, the points of a good education system? So what do you think, the points
Points of a
main
good
thing?
education system. That's a good question, Yana.
It's Yara.
Yara.
Yara. Thank you, Yara. I'm sorry. My bad ears. But, well, Yara, Americans, we tend to value something that we call critical thinking. And that means when we receive information, we say, it's good that you've received it, but we need to think critically about it. And what that means is that don't just assume it's correct, but think about the source of the information and do your own research to make sure you understand whether it's true or not. So critical thinking is very important. And we definitely would encourage that. Another important thing, we think creativity is important, right? Not just memorizing information and repeating it, but kind of putting different information together and trying to imagine how things could be different and to create something new. So creativity is important. And another important aspect to education is teamwork. It's not just working all by yourself, but it's your ability to work with other people to think critically, to be creative, and to create something newer, bigger, better, and to do things better.
But
So
how
these
the
are-
system is working there? Like example, we see too many famous young people in USA like to get famous there, and they created too many digital thing. How the system is working there? Like maybe it's a curious question from me.
No, so you're asking how do they break into technical fields?
Yeah, I
or-
mean they have to think more than about that, and they have the time with the school or with the university, and after that they have time to create something new.
Ah, I see.
And specifically in the digital system,
In the digital
IT,
system.
yeah.
That's a good question. Part of our American culture is we really value creativity, and we value something else called entrepreneurship, right? That's something that you do in the private sector, where maybe you start your own business and you think about your own product, and we have different motivations. Some people want to get wealthy, some people want to get famous, some people just want to create something that's really fantastic. And that's part of the American spirit. And so I'd say that young people with all different kinds of ideas are constantly trying to think about ways to do something better. So, have you ever had sliced bread where you cut the bread up? Can you believe an American? We didn't invent bread, but an American thought of slicing it, and now everybody slices their bread because it's very convenient, right? And air conditioning, that's another very practical, useful, but welcome thing, I would say, and just another example of ingenuity. And it's the kind of things that Americans value. We've also have really close relationships between our universities and the private sector and businesses. So if you go to places in California or in Boston, there's kind of a revolving flow of information and people between the universities and the private sector to make sure that American companies and startup organizations have the very best and brightest minds to create new things. So study your English, and I hope all of you will consider studying in the United States someday. That would be amazing. All right.
So do you like guys, yeah? Yeah, okay. The next,
Thank
please.
you.
You're very welcome.
Hello, my name is Ahmed, and I just want to say, what do you find most attractive in Kurdistan?
Ooh, that's difficult, Ahmed. Many things are attractive in Kurdistan. The hospitality and warmth of the people of this region is amazing. I have just felt so welcome so often by so many people that I have met that it's hard to explain sometimes to people just how warm and friendly the people of the Kurdistan region is. And that you ask me what's attractive, that's amazing. It really is amazing. Kurdistan's also beautiful. And whether it's, Mount Safin or driving and seeing the beautiful countryside in Dahuk, I'm constantly amazed by how beautiful this region is as well. That's another thing that I would think Americans really find attractive about the region, and many foreigners would value. And one other thing that I'd say Americans especially find beautiful about the Kurdistan region is just is your commitment to what we call coexistence. It's amazing how welcoming people are in this region of all kinds of people, of different faiths, for example. And you don't find that everywhere in the world, but you do find it here in the Kurdistan region. That's something that Americans find special about this place, and it's a great thing.
Hi, my name is Noor, and then I'm
Noor?
Noor, yeah.
Good.
And I'm nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Noor.
My question is so different, but I want to tell you.
Okay.
We have a large student pool in Kurdistan, and they want to still learning English, okay? And he want to going to USA and they're finishing this English system there, like in USA. How can to support them?
So you're saying students want to study English in the United States? Exactly. Okay, well, first of all, we have probably the best university system in the world. Our higher education system is really, really strong, right? And I said it before, but I'll say it again. Your English is excellent, all of you, already, and that's congratulations. It's obvious.
American accent, actually,
and
also.
with American accents,
Yeah.
I would say. Very good. So it's obvious to me you've been working on your English. And do you watch American movies to help? What's your? Do you like?
Oh my God, every day.
TV every day. What? It's a. What's your?
I've seen half of Netflix.
Oh, really?
My favorite one is Sam and Cat.
Sam and Cat. I know that one. I do. Do you like? I don't know.
It's Ariana Grande, the actress.
Right?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
You like Sam and Cat too? How about the guys? Do you like Star Wars or what? Or I don't. Or no?
I like Marvel.
You like Marvel? Spider-Man? Thor?
I'm really hyped up for the new Spider-Man movie.
Now, I may be a huge fan of Batman. Am I allowed to say that on TV? I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not
why
sure.
not?
Oh, why not? Okay.
Why
All right.
not?
Okay, good. I do like Batman. He's not Marvel though, but
It's a little bit advertising for Batman.
not
movie.
really. Not really. No. Well, that's great. Movies are a great way to learn English, right? Because you're having fun, and your brain is doing it automatically without.
You want to learn English.
And you want to learn to understand what's being said, right? How about music? Do you listen to American music?
I will listening Ariana Grande.
You like Ariana Grande?
Yeah.
I like the 60s bands, like the Beatles.
The Beatles are fantastic. One of my favorites.
I like Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a teenage, and I love her songs. Like she's writing her songs, and I was such a big fan of hers.
She's great. No, American music is another super fun way to learn the language, right? You know, like
To learn the culture also.
to learn the
maybe.
culture. I mean, it's a different view sometimes. Just like a movie is not reality and music is not reality, but you can see little bits of what's true in
Fantasy.
there. It's fantasy, exactly.
I listen to English songs more than Kurdish. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah. Most of us like English songs.
Well, I'm sorry?
I said most of us like English songs.
You like English songs?
I never listen to Kurdish songs.
No? Well, Kurdish culture is important too. You've got a book you like.
Kurdish songs.
Do both. Do both.
Like, yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's great.
So how about Noor's question?
No,
What my question?
your question was, how do we go to the United States to study English at a younger age? We do have some specific programs to encourage that kind of thing. I'd have to get more information on the specifics on how to apply and things like that, but we can talk. Okay? You want to go to the United States and study English it's definitely possible to do.
Maybe scholarship also. What's about scholarship?
Oh, there's scholarships, and we have exchange programs too. The United States, we try to find promising young people that we think are going to do great things for the Kurdistan region, and we send them to the United States so that they can meet their peers in the various subjects that they are active in, and they come back here, and we call them our alumni of our exchange programs. And I think you all would make excellent candidates for this program too. Okay.
Please.
Hello, my name is Mend.
I'm sorry, your name?
My name is Mend.
Mani?
Mend.
Mend.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And I have a question for you. Who's your favorite film star?
My favorite film star? Whew, it's a difficult one, man.
Not Batman.
Well, that's not a film star. He's imaginary. He does not exist, Dida Han.
Yes.
No, he's not real.
I mean, okay.
I'm going to say someone, and you're not going to know who it is because I'm older than you. But I like an actor named Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Now, Robert De Niro has starred in movies called like Taxi Driver and Raging Bull and Godfather 2 and Meet the Parents. That's a comedy. And he's a great actor. And part of what makes him powerful is he's really authentic in his acting. But I don't think he's done any kids' movies or anything like that. He's not in the Lego Batman movie or Nightmare Before Christmas. Have you seen those movies by any chance? Those are.
I probably
You seen Nightmare Before
haven't.
Christmas?
I mean,
Oh, he's awesome. You like action movies then, right? And you like action movies.
my favorite Hollywood star is Tom Holland.
Oh, Tom Holland.
Yes.
Okay, that's all right. Very
I mean,
good.
He plays as Spider-Man.
That's right. He plays Spider-Man. So you like action films with superheroes, it sounds like. Is that fair to say?
Me, if there's no superpowers or anything important to it, it has no emotion to me.
I see. So you really love superheroes then.
Yeah.
That's good. When I was your age, I definitely loved them as well. And they're interesting, aren't they? I think
Yeah.
so.
Hi, my name is Chadan.
Hi, Chadran.
Mr. My question's kind of off topic,
Oh.
but if you don't mind me
Sure.
asking about the attacks on Erbil airports, we've recently known that they have been targeting American forces.
Yeah.
What are you planning to do to protect the Erbil airports from the menacing attacks?
We work very closely with our Kurdish partners to keep Americans that are here safe. First of all, I would say that, and our cooperation with the Kurdistan regional government is really strong, and I know that. What I would say is that the United States, we've made a strategic decision that we are going to be staying in the Kurdistan region for a long, long time. And we're here for, we say, the long haul. And like right now, we are building a brand new United States consulate. It's going to be, it's along the 150 highway, if maybe you've driven by it and even noticed it. This is an important building that we're working on right now, and we're going to be opening hopefully soon, a couple of years. And what's especially important about this building, it's a consulate. Now, a consulate, that is where a government establishes its presence in another country, right? So in Iraq, our embassy is in Baghdad, and our consulate is here in Erbil, okay? So we're building a new consulate in Erbil along Highway 150. And here's what's the most important fact about this consulate. Are you ready? It's going to be the biggest consulate in the entire world. And it's going to be right here in Erbil. Now,
News.
why does the United States want to build the biggest consulate in the world here in Erbil? Ask
why?
yourself, why? It's because we are optimistic about the future, and we see the need for the partnership between the Kurdistan region and the United States to grow. We have much more that we need to do together, and where we currently are is just too small. We need the biggest consulate in the world, and frankly, it's bigger than a lot of embassies. We need it right here in the Kurdistan region. And Kurdistan is safe, isn't it? Absolutely. This is another thing that it's not to say that there aren't security threats that we have to focus on and work on, but all things considered, you're right. Absolutely. And that's another thing I like about the Kurdistan region, just how safe it is. So, of course, there are always dangers. We do what we have to do to protect ourselves. We work with our partners to keep ourselves safe, but we're looking towards the future. And our relationship is bigger than just security things. We have got a bigger relationship with the Kurdistan region. We want to do more on education, and we are very focused on business and helping more American businesses come to Kurdistan. And we want to see Kurdistan develop a bigger private economy.
In all the sector?
All the sectors. I would say all sectors. But the economy is important to us. The culture is important to us. Education is important to us. So,
Perfect.
we're not going anywhere. We're here. We are staying here, and we're getting bigger.
That's a great news now.
Okay?
Thank you. The last question.
Respond.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you for you.
Hi, I'm Mohammed, and
Hi,
I was wondering how many languages do you speak?
Oh. 我会说普通话. Chinese. Very good.
Bravo.
Hai ragione. Parlo italiano anche. Okay? So I can, those two. And my English is not so good, but I try, you know? And I can say some Kurdish.
Like?
Like, min naam Roberta. Konsuli Gështin.
Konsoli Gështi.
La Konsulkhane Amerika La Hauler. How'd I do? Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Zor spas. Rekupeka.
Chinese, how long?
Well, most, as you know, Americans, we almost all of us actually came from someplace else. Depends on when you go back and how far back in history you go. So my grandparents and my great-grandfather came from Italy. They were immigrants to the United States. And so I listened to Italian growing up a bit, but then I studied it too. And so altogether that was 6 months, plus I've lived in Italy for about 6 years. My Chinese, that took a lot longer. That one was much more difficult
Can you
to
write
study.
also?
My writing's terrible, but I can read, okay? And
Perfect.
it's good. I wish I had more time to study Kurdish. Anyway, but I'm trying, okay? And I'll try. Do you think it's easier?
Yeah, it's easier than Chinese.
Well, that's probably true.
It took me 2 days to learn it.
Not like so easier, but it's okay.
Well, good.
Guys, thank you. Thank you again. Thank you so much to having being Kurdistan TV.
Well,
Mr. Platino, sound Italiano, no?
Perfect. Dida, sure,
Okay, thank you so
absolutely.
much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for your time. I'm so pleasure to be all here in Kurdistan TV today. Thank you again.
Well, thank you.
سپاس بە ئێوەش کە تاکو ئێستا بیسەر و بینەرمان بوون کۆتایی بەرنامی پەنجەرەی دیدا لە ئستۆدیەکانی کورسان تیڤی لە هەولێری پایتەخت کۆتا بەرنامان ڕیکۆرد کردو هیوادارم کە ئێوەش چێشتان لە بینیوە لە هەر شوێکن هەر شاد و سەرفراز بن.